Very Little Nightmares is a prequel to the first Little Nightmares game, where we learn about the origin of 6 and also some other details which expands on the Little Nightmares world. I made a video previously explaining Very Little Nightmares story in depth, therefore I will only summarize the story up to the ending. Hi folks, I'm R, your narrator, and here is Very Little Nightmares ending explained. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and beware as there will be massive spoilers ahead. A girl wearing a yellow raincoat identical to the one 6 wears on the first game crashes into a mansion with an air balloon which we learn to be called the Nest, possibly a training place for the next in line to manage the Ma. This unnamed girl meets a mysterious girl before the mysterious girl runs away. The unnamed girl, our protagonist, encounters a craftsman, a vulture-bound antagonist with disproportionately long arms and legs, wearing face mask and goggles. We soon realize this man captures children, skins them, and uses their skin, hair, and possibly clothes to make realistic dolls. This man sends these dolls to a lower level where another antagonist called the Butler collects them. The Butler has his hands bound behind him and he possesses powerful telekinetic abilities, allowing him to levitate a few inches off the ground. This Butler prepares tea, does laundry, and serves these dolls. Soon we learn both the butler and the craftsman serve a similarly sized antagonist to our protagonist called the Pretender. The Pretender also possesses powerful abilities, making people disappear at sight. The Pretender plays pretend with these dolls, and we soon learn or presume that her mother is the teacher in the mainland and her father was the hanging man in the first game. This brings us to the ending of the game. While the unnamed girl tries to climb down the cliff the nest is built upon, the Pretender chases her and gets the unnamed girl cornered at the edge of a cliff. At this point, if you decide to save the mysterious girl, she will run alongside you on the upper parallel cliff and drops a boulder on the Pretender. If you miss out on saving her, she will die and the Pretender catches up with you and kills you. But this doesn't make much difference apart from the mysterious girl surviving, as the Pretender survives the boulder and falls off the cliff into the sea alongside the unnamed girl, which presumably kills them both, with the yellow raincoat floating up on the surface of the water. In the post-credit scene, the mysterious girl manages to climb down to the bottom of the cliff where a wooden raft is standing. Which leaves us with a question to whom this mysterious girl is and what will happen next. This mysterious girl presumably puts on the raincoat and gets aboard this wooden raft and travels to the nearest landmass, or in this case, an island which turns out to be the Ma. Unlucky for 6, the Ma turns out to be much worse than the Nest for her. Traversing through this new place, she will come across monstrous entities who want to imprison her and eventually eat her. This brings us the question to why the Pretender was crying at the edge of the cliff. The most likely theory is that the Pretender has been struggling with the loss of her father, who is the hanging man, and the Ma. She has been trying to fill the void with surrounding herself with multitude of dolls, but to no avail. We can even see that there's a broken doll next to her when she's crying. Also, there are many other broken dolls in a shed-like room, which could mean no matter how many dolls the Pretender gets, she eventually will break them, as she has not been stable since the passing of her father. When the lady of the house dies, in this case the Pretender, there's no more requirement for the craftsman and the butler to work. Also, the Nest is supposedly a training ground for the next in line to manage the Ma, as presumably the lady from the Ma used to live in the Nest, as it's evident from the gnomes present in the mansion and her drawing. Now that the Pretender is dead, whoever runs the Little Nightmares world is required to find a replacement and replace the Pretender. Here we have it folks for the ending of Very Little Nightmares explained. I'm currently making some videos about Little Nightmares 2, so if you enjoyed these videos, stay tuned right here by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your host R, thanks for watching the video, till the next one, have a fantastic day.